Hello and welcome to the AVLAND video guide to the Q500 floor standing loudspeakers. I'm going to talk you through the features of these speakers and the best way to set them up. The Q500s are the first of three floor standers in the new Q series range. They utilise the same 5.5-inch UniQ drive unit that's used in the Q100 bookshelves, and they also come with one active bass drive unit and two passive radiators, which you can just see here. What the passive radiators do is help to reduce the mid-range distortion and also to eliminate port noise, which can also be known as chuffing. The rated is 130 watts and with a frequency response of 40 Hz up to 40 kHz. So you get a really good sort of bass and treble from these speakers. They're internally divided by a shelf, and one passive radiator is paired with the UniQ driver and the other with the bass driver. You can see here the one paired with the bass driver and the way it moves as you touch the bass drive unit, which we wouldn't recommend doing. You can also got you see here the cabinet bracing, which really helps with the low resonance. The UniQ driver here, you can see, is all new. It uses a Z-Flex surround, which is that ridged rubber surround there, because a conventional half-roll surround would have to be very, very large. That would lead to actually poor dispersion from the tweeter. What the Z-Flex surround does, along with the stiff aluminium alloy used for the cone, is it leads to a really nice, smooth, uniform response and less distortion on the cone in general. The 1-inch aluminium dome tweeter also has a crown waveguide, so it gives you that combined with the Z-Flex gives you a really nice, smooth, high-frequency response. You can see the crown waveguide over the tweeter there, and the Z-Flex surround around the aluminium alloy cone. You can move on, you see the terminals where the cable plugs in, and then the large magnet used on the back. And remember, this is only the 5-inch drive unit. There are bigger ones available in the Q series range. And here you've got a visualisation of what the difference between that Z-Flex surround would make. So you see the distortion that happens on the wave there, whereas you get a really nice, smooth and flat response with the Z-Flex surround. And the high-end response from these speakers really is quite phenomenal. The bass drive unit is a 130mm unit. It uses a very stiff aluminium cone. This is for the bass driver and for the passive radiator, and it's actually a cast aluminium chassis, which really helps the rigidity of the drive unit, and you can see again the large magnet on the rear. These speakers use a wood fibre rather than a vinyl wrap. They're available also, as well as the black that you can see here, in a walnut and cherry finish. The speaker plinth at the bottom, you just caught sight of there, actually uses top adjustable spikes for easy adjustment and levelling of your Q500. Previously, speakers can be quite tricky to level because you have to sort of lay down on the floor, whereas these are top adjustable with an Allen key, which is supplied with the speakers. The terminals on the bottom are gold plated and can accept 4mm banana plugs, spay terminals, or of course bare wire. And if you want to buy wire with them, you can do as well, which we would recommend, because by wiring or by amping is really the best way to set your speakers up. It's going to give you the best sound quality. That separation of the high and the low frequency, I think, gives a much sort of fuller and richer response from your speakers. Using the terminals here, as I say, it's a gold-plated terminal. If you want to use spade plugs or bare wire, just unscrew the terminal there. If you use bare wire, just poke it through the small hole, or if a spade plug, then screw it back down. Or you can just plug a 4mm banana plug into the end of the terminal. If you do want to bare wire, you just need to unscrew that black plastic link, which is much easier. Moving on to the pros and cons, well, the compact size. The Q500s are a really small floor stander, but they still give an absolutely fantastic response, so really engaging imaging. And the drive unit technology from these speakers is really phenomenal. As I say, the amount of effort that's gone into creating these Z-Flex surround on the drive unit and the sound quality it gives is really impressive. Cons, well, anyone that's seen our other Q series reviews is going to see this as a familiar theme now. There's really nothing wrong with these Q500 speakers. As a floor standing speaker, they're quite phenomenal, even though they're not particularly big, and I really would recommend looking for them if you're looking for a compact floor stander. Okay, thanks for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this video guide to the Q500 floor standing loudspeakers. If you'd like to order these speakers from us or to view the rest of the Q series range, then please do visit our website, www.avland.co.uk. Thanks very much.